Welcome to Tuesday Night Call. We're so glad that you're here with us. Always a favorite part of my week. And we're in the throes of September already. And commissions was posted today. I just thought of that. I hadn't even shared that yet. So yay for us. I mean, like, who on earth gets paid to take their vitamins, right? It's always a pleasure and such a blessing to understand how our compensation plan and how our company works with everything included. All right, that wasn't on my agenda, but tonight I'm going to give it over to Sheila a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about what September incentives and earnings are, because even if you've already seen them, we all need reminders. And sometimes when you hear them, like the second or third time, all of a sudden you're like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. So there's that too.
Crazy that it's the 10th and it's our first team call of the month. A little bit. Feels a little bit weird, but it's nice to see all of you on here. I want to quickly say welcome, Lena and her brand new little baby. So seriously, so good. So impressive. Okay, so for September, we have, like last month, Give 10 and Save 10. Give 10 is for new VIPs. Save 10 is for current VIPs. All of these incentives and promos are in boards. They are also pinned to the top of the team page. So they are easy to find and easily accessible. So with Give 10 and Save 10, they save $10 US or $13.15 Canadian off of an order of a certain amount. Double business building bonuses for new brand ambassadors. So if you have somebody that just signed up, when they sign somebody, they get a double business building bonus. Have them go silver. Each person they sign, they get double bonuses. So that's a really big incentive to people. Let's make sure we tell people like that. You get double bonuses this month. That's a big deal. Retain and grow. I'm personally excited about this one and really working towards it because I have been watching the Skylight Instagram page since they came out. So that's a long time ago. I've been watching their page. I was like, that thing is organizational freak. Like, I live in my planner. I have been watching them. So if you don't know what a skylight is, it's like a little digital screen that hangs on your wall and it completely has your whole schedule. It's got tasks. And yeah, it's a virtual calendar. It's brilliant. So you get to earn one this month. They're not cheap, FYI, and Plexus went with the bigger one instead of the smaller one. So that in itself is also not cheap. You can either retain 3 customers from August and enroll 4 new VIPs, or enroll 4 new VIPs and develop a level 1 silver. And then you earn the skylight. And if we're all working towards the cruise, then this is going to be totally doable. So doable. Rank rewards. So brand ambassadors, if you reclaim, maintain, or exceed your August paid as rank to earn rank rewards in September. So you have to enroll at least 3 new level 1 VIPs with an order of 100 PV or more. So you get rewards for ranking up. Fast Start is still going strong. And then Mom's going to talk about the Leaders Retreat cruise in a little bit. Double Leaders Retreat credits this month. That's a big deal. Because honestly, if you know, what is it, I think 11, 12 people, and you have them join with 150 PV order, you could earn the contest this month already, just like that. I don't remember a contest in many years that is this doable. Like, I really don't. It's amazing to me. And so Rising Leaders Retreat goes from September to the end of December. So we have 4 months and 0 excuses. And I think, and the Plexus Perk featured product is in the US, and Canada, it's Lean, and Australia, it's Metaburn. So, woo.
Awesome. Thank you for that. There's a lot of pieces. If you listen, there's so many pieces that fit together, right? Like, if you sponsor new people, you're getting double Leaders Retreat credits. If your new people sponsor new people, they're getting double. They're also getting double business building bonuses. Everything always fits together like a puzzle. And so you have to learn to see all the incentives as a whole and look at who all can benefit by them, not just me, myself, right? And so that's always where we want to see who we can all help. I love the fact that they're really focusing on new people earning Leaders Retreat, because it is so doable. Very, very much. 150 PVs for the highest amount of credits is not hard to do. I know that we're really, really used to selling triplex and we're really used to starting people off there, but upselling people is not a bad thing, right? Like, how often don't we go to a website and we purchase something and then you get to the cart and it says, oh, but if you add so and so much, you get free shipping. Guys, it gets me every time. I always go back and look, oh, do I want something else? Because gosh, I'm not paying shipping, right? And if we talk like that to our customers, Amber just did a training a couple of Mondays ago, and she said, fill up the cart, tell them exactly what each product is for, especially pertaining to what they have wanted to see results in. And so they basically said, I'm so tired, I just can't make it throughout the day without a nap. And so you're going to say, well, triplex is our bottom core foundational start point, but I think that you would love active. And you know what? You're really, really going to want to work on potentially maybe your liver health or something. You can always upsell, right? Pertaining to what they wanted. And so there's that Rising Leaders Retreat. If you saw the post that we put up today in the team page, it says save the date. Tina Marie Price is a virtual assistant for multiple jewels, and she does just excellent strategy and breaks things down into very, very doable, very explained pieces, right? And so she's doing a call on September 12th. 10 a.m. Central Time. That would be, I'm always mixed up. Is that 11 Mountain or is that 9 Mountain? It'll be either one. Google it. It will tell you. And the link is included. So it's a really, really good call that you might want to jump on and see what she says. Okay. So the other piece of this is we have this daily challenge that a lot of you have joined. If you have not already joined the Rising Leaders Retreat group. Yeah, I think it's a group. Ask your upline to be added to that. Every day is a daily suggestion of a post. There is a graphics attached. There is a training video to watch. Some of them are literally like 1 and 2 minutes with excellent tips. Take the time. Take the time, because even if you are here tonight and you're thinking, I've never gone on a cruise. I don't think we would go. We don't travel, or whatever your reason is. I don't know if I could take my baby. I don't know. Just need to mute. Did you get that, Sheila? Thank you. Whatever the reason is that you're thinking that this might potentially not be for you, look beyond that. We're not here to build just because we want to go on a cruise. And if you are, kudos to you. That'll be fun. I'm positive once you get it, you're going to want to build more. I know that for a fact. But I want you to see the long term. And I want you to think of, what if I did earn that cruise? Where would my belief be? Would I believe in myself more? Would the people that join me, would they see what I can do and be inspired to do it as well? Right? It's always about who else you can take along as well. And so if that's not where you feel your passion lies, that's okay. It's totally okay. But still make that your goal to achieve, because that in itself is going to achieve bigger things and more futuristic legacy building, right? Okay. Each day has a post idea. It has a video and a training. Honestly, if you're not doing the basics of that little bit, you probably need to work on your belief factor. And if you want to work on your belief factor, stay tuned. I'm going to add a little bit at the end of our call on what that is going to look like and how some of the things that can help you with that. And Sheila, we're all resetting. We're on day 2. I'm on day 2. Some people started and we're on day 1 today. Today I'm hungry. Today I'm like, okay, I could eat something. I'll make it. I'll be good. I haven't had my tomato soup yet. I'll leave that for a little bit later in the day. But right now I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. But why are we resetting? I want you to talk about that.
Okay, let's go over the reset. And hopefully my husband is mowing the lawn right outside my window. So hopefully you can't hear that. What is the reset? The reset is this lovely little orange box that's not going to be orange for very much longer. They're changing it to brown, I think. And once Canada sells out of their stock of the orange one, then we get to go to the brown one. So what is the reset? It is a 3-day metabolic fast that helps your body detox down to a cellular level. Lots of big fancy words for it's really, really good for your liver. It's really good for your metabolism. It's really good for your body to take a little break, to feed it really good nutrition so that it has time to heal and time to detox. So this is a very powerful tool to help you detox and heal your body. So when people start with the triplex, it's great to have them start with a reset the first 3 days and then step into the triplex. It's like they're getting themselves from like the first 3 days of resetting, getting their body ready, set, go, and then stepping right into the triplex and continuing that healing. So let's talk about what's in here. This box comes with everything you need in it. It comes with a little booklet that has your daily guide in it of what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it. We also have all of these details in our boards and in our team page. If you just search the team page, you'll find it in there as well. One thing I do want to mention is in this book, because it's Health Canada changed the routine a little bit. This isn't a big deal, but just so that you know, they put the one product, the Restore, in front of the tomato soup at dinner. Personally, I recommend having the Restore right before you go to sleep so that it's the most effective. And we'll get into that a little bit more. But Health Canada likes to change things because they are focused on drugs, not on health products. And so sometimes they don't know what they're talking about. What is in here? So you start your day off and you'll see my packages are open. In the US, this is going to look different. In the US, you literally get 3 boxes, one for each day. Health Canada, I don't know. They have funny ideas, but they decided we needed little baggies. So we have little baggies in Canada. So you get each product that you need. You start your day off with your Hydroplex called in Canada. I just can't get around that name. To me, it's always going to be a hydrate. This is your electrolyte drink. It comes in lemon lime in the box. It's delicious, and it's really good way for you to start your day. To right away wake up in the morning, hydrate. This helps you flush your liver from all the toxins that were deposited in it over the night. This is what you start your day with. Next, as you are going about your day, you go into, oh, I don't even have it in here because I took it out. You go into the lean protein shake. Delicious. You can have it with just water. You can have it with milk. It totally depends on you if you decide to do the hardcore reset or the soft reset. So we have 2 different options that you can choose. And these details are also in boards and stuff. So personally, I like to do it with milk because it makes it super creamy. If you cannot handle any dairy, we also have the vegan option in our personal use product site. And that one is really good too. It has almond meal in it instead of just the concentrated pea protein that most vegan ones come with. So it's a really good option. After that, you then go into your, maybe I took that one out too. Oh no, Slim Hunger Control. You go into your pink drink. We all know and love our pink drink. And so this is where your blood sugar balance comes in throughout the day. Putting it a little bit later on in the day helps stretch out that stable feeling for the whole day when you're fasting. Because yes, you are going to feel hungry. On day 1, this time, I was cranky. I was. And I apologized to my husband, and he's like, no, I know why you're cranky. I know why. And he's like, I'm not jealous that you're doing the reset, but I am going to be jealous of your results. I was like, well, maybe you should buck up and join me. He's done it before. It wasn't that bad. Men just have a harder time with things like this than women do. Honestly, when it comes to doing things for our health, women are better at it than men. They are. So you have had your pink drink, and then you get to go into lunch. For lunch, you have the collagen bone broth. So this is packed full of protein, comes in a little baggie like this. You mix it in hot water. You can add seasonings if you want to. Just make sure they don't have any sugar in them. Personally, I like to add a little bit of Himalayan pink salt and some Epicure Nourish broth. That's my personal favorite, what I always like to go to. And it's so good. I wish Plexus came out with this in like a month pack so that I could have it every single day because that's how much I love it. It's so good. It's so good. And then we go into the afternoon. In the afternoon, you get to have something to chew. Who knew that chewing was so fun? Like, I miss chewing. I was cleaning all my garden carrots yesterday and I was like, oh, they smelled so good. Garden carrots, they smelled so good. I just wanted to crunch into one. But no. The Smart Snack. This is a vanilla matcha bar. It is absolutely delicious. It is so good. I love this bar. It's a really great afternoon. Oh, I get to chew a little bit of something because up until then, everything is drinking. You can take this along with your active. So this one comes with the peach mango active as your afternoon pick me up. So these are really good. Active, all natural, clean energy that is not going to give you a crash, right? We all know and love our active. Then for supper time, hopefully I have it in here. Yes, the soup. And I already had mine for today, actually. So mom's lasting longer than I am, but I already had mine because I can't watch my family eat meatloaf and potatoes and gravy without me putting something in my mouth. So I had my soup. I love this tomato soup. I think it's delicious. I like to add a little bit of salt and some Epicure pizza spice. That's my personal favorite. Some people also like to, if they're not a fan of the flavors, everybody's taste buds are different. If they're not a fan of the flavors, they like to mix the two. So take half of the bone broth and half of the soup and then mix them and have one with the first meal and one with the second meal. So that's also an option that you can do. And a lot of people do that and love it. So totally depends on each and every single person what they like. And then at the end of the day, I took this one out of the box already too. You have your Restore. This is your liver drink. Like this is like a powerful, powerful detox drink that is super good for you. And taking this before bed when you have more of an empty stomach makes it all the more effective. You're going to notice really great sleep. You're going to notice that you just feel really good, like really good. And it's different for each person. My first reset, I struggled more with sleeping because my body was doing so much detoxing. This is time frame. These 3 days are a really good time for you to rest more. Maybe take a good Epsom salt bath. Drink a lot of water. Make sure that you are fueling your body and giving it all the rest and the nourishment that it needs to do this detox. Because detox is hard work on your body. One thing that I do want to mention is because this is the orange box and it has been in Canada for a while, this isn't the new box, is that it has the original Restore on it. Anybody that has done the research set before, has tried the original Restore, will know that the flavor is very different from the new Restore. I love the new Restore. It's like my treat before bed every night. And so the little packets that came in here, I actually put them aside so that when we travel this week, they will be easy for me to use in the evening while we're in the airport. But it's going to be the old flavor. So a few tips: if you get the orange box and you have the old Restore in it, has a little bit more of a powerful taste, you can add lemon juice. That's what I did. I always enjoyed it with lemon juice. You can drink it warm, not hot. A lot of people like it as a tea, or you can do it like a shot. I've done that too. Just a very little bit of water and then just chug it down. Honestly, when I started Plexus 10 and a half years ago, I didn't like the pink drink. I did not like the taste of it. And so I drank the pink drink as a shot as well. I did minimal amount of water and I just swagged it back. That very often struggling with the taste of something, like the pink drink, is actually a sign that your body really needs it because your body's going to fight against new things coming in. It's very common. It's like a form of detox, honestly. And so we are all tough. We all have grit in our veins, and we can do things that are hard, even if they don't taste great, even if they're a little bit more challenging, even if they make us a little bit cranky. It's only 3 days. It's only 3 days. And when you are done, you are going to be so grateful that you did it because you're going to feel amazing. And you're going to be like, wow, I just did that for my body, because good things are not always easy. For some, the reset is super simple, super easy. For the next, not so. So I just want to give you like a perspective of where you can find yourself to mentally prepare and be on it. And I'd love to hear, before we move on to the next thing, from those that are resetting right now or have in the past, what is the top reason why you've done this? And what have you noticed from doing a reset? I'd love to hear. If anybody is willing to unmute, great. If you just want to put it in the chat, that's awesome too. Who on here is all resetting? I know some of us are and some of us aren't.
I did my very first one. First of all, I'm going to say I'm not a faster. I am probably the opposite of what most people are. I struggle to eat. I have a lot of food aversions. I've always had to deal with this all my life, and I don't eat enough. And so I was like, fasting? Really? Oh, everything in me went against the fact of I probably shouldn't be fasting until I learned the science behind it, right? And to understand that your body can really, really dump toxins in such a short time. So I did my first one before anyone knew that reset existed, because there was a trial going around in the diamonds that they got a free box that they were supposed to do a fast together. Honestly, I felt like I would die. I had never done fasting before. I didn't know what to expect. I felt like, what am I going to do at the end of day 3? The interesting thing is a lot of this happens in your brain, right? A lot of this happens in your brain. And once I was done day 2, I was like, I could probably go on for another few days. And it actually is like that, because your body does adjust. And as long as you're still drinking water and flushing, by the end of day 3, I was like, I could easily do more. And so now I set myself up mentally. If I know that there's going to be a whole lot of stuff going on and I'm going to have to deal with a lot of food, I don't do reset. Pick a day, pick the days, pick a week that you know that you can commit and that your mindset is going to be in the right place. Okay, so let's look at what they are saying.
So that was good. Good point, because I did have a few questions, a few objections written down, I guess. So can you reset if you struggle with fasting? I was that person too. So I really struggled with, like, the hangry feeling, like if you don't eat soon enough, you feel faint. That was me. I've always been that person, and I can do the reset. Now, this is where the hard and the soft reset come in. If you do more the hard version, you're more hardcore. There's no coffee, there's no tea, it's just water. If you do the more soft version, you can add in things like maybe another protein shake during the day to give you a little bit more protein. And then you will find that you're able to do this. And each time you do it, it's going to get easier for you. It's not going to stay hard. It's going to get easier because your body is going to work with the products. The detox is always hardest in the beginning. So I love some of these comments. I'm going to read some of them out. I love Tira. I feel so clean. Yes, it's like a total cleanse. It feels so good. Paige, I love how I feel when I reset in consistent months. It really compounds. Yes, this is huge. It's something that you can do. I know of people who have done it monthly, quarterly, twice a year, just to give their bodies like a boost, a fresh start, to like kickstart good habits, right? Stacy, fasting used to sound so useless to me until I actually educated myself 100%. And fasting is going to be like a little bit different for everybody too. But the beauty of the reset is it comes with enough protein to support your body.
Mhm.
So if you're somebody that struggles with fasting, you are getting an adequate amount of protein to sustain you throughout the day. This is not like hardcore water fast or dry fast. This is, you're getting protein, you're getting nutrients, and you're filling in the gaps. Very important. Yes, it's a struggle to start. By day 3, I wish that it was 6 days because I could totally do more. The detox and metabolism improvement, and junk food tastes gross after. Yes, how our bodies are supposed to be, right? Very, very good. The first time I did it was for gaining nutrients I may have been needing that was preventing my body from producing enough breast milk. And afterwards, my supply issues improved substantially. Kelly, that is amazing.
Amazing.
That is seriously incredible. Like, it makes me wish that I had had this with my oldest, that I had had this option. Chocolate and pop tasted so gross after, straight up chemicals. Yeah, because that is totally what it is.
It's crazy how you
Oh,
can taste chemicals, like things that you have never tasted before. You're going to notice that they're there.
yep, 100%. So can you do this while pregnant? I don't recommend it. No. While pregnant, your body is growing a whole nother human. And it's not a time when you are going to be detoxing.
Mhm.
Pregnancy is a time when you are just focusing on adding in nourishment and growing a human. Can you do it while breastfeeding? Yes, you can. Once your supply is like really nicely sustained, that you are not fluctuating. Maybe you're not, maybe you are somebody that struggles with supply, then I wouldn't, because you don't want to mess with your
Mhm.
breastfeeding schedule or your supply. At that moment in time, nourishing your baby is the most important. But if you're somebody that has really great supply and you feel like it's really level and good, go ahead. But then I would do the soft reset, adding in more protein and more nutrients. So either another lean shake, maybe an apple, or just something very simple. There are options in the inboards, under products, under reset. You will find a graphic that has some ideas on it. And
Well, right now we're sharing the daily post into the Wellness Collective, and all those details are there. So if you want a refresher, like, it's really good to go read through them and see what would work best for you.
give you some ideas.
Yeah.
So did anybody have any questions about the reset? If not, then I'm going to hand it over back to Mom. And even if you have questions, pop them in the comments and we can answer them as we go. I'll type out an answer as we go. And
I'm just,
maybe you guys want to join for the next reset that we do. I feel like I should do another one really soon.
I really like the idea that um, if you're looking at quarterly, think about the fact that it takes your body 90 days to regenerate all your cells, even your gut lining, right? Isn't it just so applicable to take a reset, dump the toxins, and help your body in that process to put in good nutrients? Okay, now we're going to shift gears a little bit. And I'm so glad that we're all doing the reset together, because honestly, your mind is your biggest tool in whatever we do, and for the results of our products, for the results of where we're sharing, all the things. It's our mind, right? And so a couple days ago, some of you have heard over and over that we're doing this book study, Build to Last. It's by Keith Callahan. We're going through it for the second time now with the whole group and the team on Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Even if you don't have the book, you would gain so much just by jumping onto those Zooms and listening to what he shares. So Keith Callahan is based on, he wants us to build our business to last. It's not supposed to be a continuous treadmill. It's not supposed to be an in and out. And being the fact that we have products that are long term, right? Our products are always going to be necessary. Our products, I'm almost 11 years in, and I never want to do without my products, right? And so it's not like a different company where you finally just have enough of that product and you just can't put more in your house and you're still wanting to build your business. We have a consumable product that is going to be a need. And if you're just even just seeing what's going on in the world, it is such a huge need right now with so many people dealing with so many gut issues, right? And we're right here. We're right here. The other piece that we have is a company that is focused on legacy building. Now, you're probably going to ask, like, what does that mean? It means they want to be here 50 years from now. It means that you can even leave your business to your kids in your will. You can will it to your kids. Yes, you don't need a monthly subscription of leggings. I mean, like, after all, you know, um, so Keith Callahan has been a coach to several other diamonds in Plexus, and more his teaching on what he teaches in his book of Building to Last is just very, very in alignment of how most of us have been building in Plexus. We want to bring in people that want to be with us here forever, right? We're long timers. We call ourselves lifers. We want to be here. I want to be here as a 75-year-old grandma. I still want to be here. I still want to be here, and I still want to have access to these products. I still want to have access to the people that I've worked with all these years, right? And so how does that work and how is that possible? Well, the concept is really, really simple. You want to find people that want to do this with you, that people that want to link arms with you and build their own business, but they're going to do it side by side with you. And basically, his concept is find 5 people that you want to do, that also want to do what you want to do, and then build with those people and go all the way. And if you have strong leaders, you're going to have such strong residual income that is going to be there for years and years to come. I'm going to use Fallon Black for an example. If you don't know who she is, she's actually Fallon Reeb. She's always going to be Fallon Black to me. It's how I got to know her. I don't know how many level 1 diamonds she has, but significant amount. Yeah, she has a lot of top level leaders. Fallon came into the business, struggled a lot. She had a very hard time starting and getting her mind behind of how this was to be built. And so when she was like a senior gold, I was in a chat with a whole bunch of the other people that were growing, and Lori Welch basically removed her and said, when you want to speak nice and be kind, then you can come back. First, you're going to need to do some personal growth. Well, Fallon went and did a whole lot of personal growth, massive, massive growing and developing herself, becoming the leader that she needed to be in order to bring in stronger, bigger people than herself. And I often think about that situation because at the time it looked like she wasn't a very nice person. She's a very, very strong-headed person that has very strong beliefs. And obviously, using those in the right way developed tons of amazing leaders. So Brittany Howard is under her. There's a whole bunch of very large diamond teams under Fallon. That is what you want. That is what you want 20 years from now, that you still have strong leaders working with you, right? Okay, so why am I talking about this? Keith Callahan did a call with a whole group of diamonds and just some coaching and some what to focus on. What are we focusing on? Where are we going? And how are we going to get there? And so I'm going to share a couple of those things that he talked about. And if this resonates with you, this is really for the beginner new person. If you haven't built a business here yet and you're like, how am I going to do this? Like, I don't even know how to talk to people. This is for you as well, because it'll change your mindset. It's also for those of you that have been here a long time and you're like, how do I get to this next level? Like, what do I need to do? What do I need to learn? What am I doing wrong? All the questions, right? There's no wrong questions. There isn't. It just means that is where you are. And that's simply a fact. No drama attached. Okay. And so basically the thing that is holding you back isn't the thing. And I sat there and I listened to him and I thought, How is it not? And then he said, it's what's behind it. So when you would say, okay, I don't have time, I really don't have time to build this business, but what are your priorities? And if you would truly uncover your real priorities of what you really wanted, you would probably find a bit of a fear issue behind what if you did, right? So it's not the time, that's the lack of time that's holding you back, but it's more of the thought that is behind it of what would happen if you did, right? And so where am I holding myself back from that's preventing me from moving myself forward in my business? And if you sit and think about that, what are the thoughts that come up for you? Most commonly, if you want to like tell someone about Plexus, if you want to tell someone on your team to share as well, what are the thoughts? Become aware of what you're thinking, because your subconscious, and if you're going to sit down and pay attention to your subconscious, you're going to hear a lot of things that you probably don't want to hear. And that's what's holding you back, is what you're thinking. So become very aware of what you are thinking. This other piece I really loved that he shared. He said network marketing used to be peer-to-peer, people helping people, right? And you may think that that's what we're doing to this day too, but I think things have changed since social media, okay? And so network marketing used to be like, you got 3 people who also wanted to build with you, and then you connected super close to those people and you worked with them and you all built together, right? And now that is what we're doing. But I do believe social media has watered down some of the true connections. There's something different about sitting across the table from someone and talking face to face than it is even talking like this on a Zoom, never mind in a message, where it's just a written thing of where context of a message can be taken totally wrong because there's no tone of voice, right? But if you're sitting face to face and you are what we call belly to belly with a person, your conversation is going to be more intimate and you will be more open with those people. And so definitely learn to find people that you connect with, that you understand, that are, open with you as well. And so this is a comment that he made yesterday that I really, really liked. He said, we're all trying to build a business, but we will have to build people first. People build a business. So don't get discouraged when someone is having a ton of objections because you're trying to tell them about Plexus. And Kelly had some excellent examples a while back in our chat. Don't be intimidated by objections. They are actually good. People just don't know what they don't know, right? And that's your opportunity to learn. Oh, I'm excited to hear. That's your opportunity to learn how to respond well, how to learn to give answers that are conducive to where they're at, not to overshare and just vomit Plexus on them, right? And so we want to be like volleying the ball back and forth and measuring of where this person is at, meeting them where they're at, and then gradually take them a little bit higher into who and what Plexus actually is, right? And so these are the facts. Listen to this or write this down because I wrote this down. 5% is giving your people the path. Do you know what the other 95 is? The other 95% of it is believing, nurturing, challenging, calling people out on their stuff, and unlocking what is holding them back from doing the next thing. This pertains to getting a customer. This pertains to helping someone to share. This pertains to helping someone reach the next rank, because you know what? Your mindset block of what's holding your belief down is going to be your lid. And you as the leader are responsible for helping people see beyond that. Because why? Because you are already further than what they are, right? And if you're only one step ahead, it means you can tell the person behind you how to take that next step. And so everything is always there. So you're helping people get out of their own way. So if they have objections with, well, I don't think that that's going to work for us, right? You get to answer of why it potentially could. People buy you, they don't buy your product. They buy you and the amount of belief that you have for them. I just re-signed a lady today, and as I was talking to her, this was a lesson to me. It was really actually kind of a wake-up call. She's very educated in the products and in a lot of natural health foods, a lot of supplements. And today she said to me, it feels like you have learned a lot since the last time I joined. And it was like 2017. And I said, thank you, because I feel like I have. And I'm sorry that I didn't know these things when you first joined, right? We can always be open about that. And people can always be like, and now she's coming back confident that I have the skills to help her through what she was dealing with and why she quit. Right. And so always be willing to be clear with people and say, hey, I probably didn't help you well enough. Let's begin again. Right. That's going to give you peace, clarity, and simplicity. What we want to do is make this more simple. Guys, we are the queens of overcomplicating things. We overthink, we overcomplicate, we make things so hard. Do you know that meme where it says I've procrastinated 5 years about this and it took me 10 minutes to accomplish? That's what we do in our brains, right? And especially if you don't have full belief in it, that you actually have to do the action in order to create that belief in yourself. And so you're constantly going to tell yourself, I'm not good at doing new reach outs or talking to new people. And until you actually start doing it and messing up and learning how to strike up new conversations, then you won't have belief. But as you are doing it and as you are creating fun conversations and as you are making new friends, all of a sudden you're going to find yourself thinking, I'm so good at making new friends. It's just the process of the doing and being willing to fail at it. And so what we're looking at right now is we want to build to last. We want to bring the people in that are going to be building with us. Okay, so there's several things here that I want to quickly touch upon. One is people don't always stay, and that's okay. It really, truly is. Let people go if they don't want to stay. You don't want to build with them. You don't want to waste tons of energy into that person if they don't want to be there, if they don't want to continue. It truly is their decision. If you have given them all that you can, let them go find more. The world is full of people, right? And a very common saying that we often talk about, and I remember being here and thinking that's not true, but then when it happened to me, I realized it was very true, and it's happened at almost every rank. The saying is, the team that got you to this rank is not the team that is going to get you to the next rank. And why do we say that? It's because we always want to be bringing in new people with new goals and new joins that your team keeps growing, right? And so if the people that got me to gold are not all sharing and they don't really have goals aside from their own, then you're going to want to go look for more people, because you're going to want to have more people sharing so that you can make it to senior gold. And potentially in those new people that you're bringing in might be a person that wants to go gold. There you go, right? It might not be everybody, but it might be one, it might be two, but you're still constantly having new conversations. And so another piece is, there will always be doubt, there will always be shame, and there will always be insecurities. And we all deal with it regardless of what rank we are at. Never, ever shame yourself for failing, because we learn as we fail. Never doubt yourself that you can't do something. It's been proven that all these other people can. So if other people can, you can too, right? Insecurities are normal. It just means we haven't been doing it enough that we feel confident doing it. And so learn to speak to yourself in a way that says, okay, I might be feeling very doubtful that this is going to work, but I'm going to tell myself that it's going to work and I'm going to do it, right? What you speak over yourself is super, super important. And that will just clear the chatter. It'll remove the doubt in your brain. And I find that very often, I had a new gal that was doing the Silvers Challenge that we have in the team page this week. And I find so often, once they step out, this morning she messaged me and she said, bang, day one is done. I know it's day two already, but hey, that was hard and I feel proud of myself. And I was like, yes, messaging 5 people is a big deal. It's a really big deal. And I said, how do you feel now? Do you feel like your belief is a little bit bigger? Is it a little bit stronger? Not quite as much doubt as what you had last time? maybe we should get Kevin to share. And she said, yes, I feel like I can do more. Exactly. That's the feeling that you want to tap into. That's the feeling that you want to bring out in your people when they're doubting themselves, when they're feeling insecure or scared to do something new, right? And that applies to us at every rank that we come up against. There will always be new growth waiting for us to do. Okay, one big thing that I really, really liked about this whole thing is Eric Worre has been saying this. There's more people. You're going to see all sorts of conversation like this in different coaches and things like that. But it really clarifies it in your brain to understand that all that business is conversations. That's all it is. And if you feel like you can't sponsor enough people, if you feel like, man, where would I find 4 people to get that skylight? And then one of them would want to go silver. Like, how would that ever happen? You're probably just coming up against you're not having enough conversations. Remember that funnel that we have? There's a graphic of that in the team page of where you're constantly dripping new people into the funnel, and then you're moving them through the process of learning what Plexus is, what could be the best fit for them, how they could share. Potentially, maybe they have big dreams, right? We always want to be adding people into that funnel. When you are adding people into the funnel, it means you are having more conversations. And so the challenge was to have 100 conversations in 1 month. 100 conversations in 1 month. I really liked that. I felt like I should challenge myself with that because it's very doable. It's very, very doable to have 100 conversations with new people that are coming through your funnel in Plexus. And it's not going to be that all those conversations are going to be at the right place or they're all going to join. That's not it. It's always, remember how Amber said, it's 90 days out, right? It's from the time that you start talking to them and from the time that you start sharing with them about who, what, and when Plexus is good for them, it'll be 90 days before you're having that conversation, before they're actually dropping through the funnel, right? And so be encouraged that if you feel like things aren't moving fast enough, go have more conversations. If the IPA sheet says do 3 and you feel like, this is never going to get anywhere, do 10. Do 10. The IPA sheet is a guideline. Truly, it does not need to be just checking the boxes. Do what's in your heart and how much you want to do. We had an excellent comment at Gold School where one of the ladies that I know is fighting hard to build towards Emerald. She said, how can you be done IPA? You're never done because there's always more people. And I remember that feeling because you really want to go find the people that want to do this with you. And it'll give you so much opportunity to work through people more and faster when you have more conversations going. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up there. Does anybody have any questions or anything that you're learning about the book? Join us tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. We're going to do chapters 3 and 4, I believe. Yeah, 3 and 4. I've really enjoyed the book. I've really enjoyed his coaching calls as well. He's been very laid back. He's like, we're determined to help people do network marketing right and build to last and simplify things. We don't need to have it so complicated. Go ahead and unmute if you want to share something. I'm going to read your comments a little bit. The people are out there. We just have to find them. That's truly the visual, Stacy. Like literally, if you think about, he has an example, I think it's in this book, where he has like a gymnasium is going to be filled with upside down cups. The whole floor is filled with upside down cups. And if you knew there was 3 diamonds in that room and you had to uncover every cup, would you do it? Absolutely we would, right? Absolutely we would. And that's all those conversations that you're having. You're looking for those diamonds. The Zoom link is the same one we use for every team call. I'm going to go pop it up. I think it's under the book study post as well. All right. If that is all for you guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to go have my tomato soup now. Thanks. Have a good evening, guys. Take care.